Good morning, grade 5 learners. Welcome to our science class. Today, our topic is what are the changes that matter undergoes. You may have observed that some materials around you undergo changes. You may also notice that while there are materials that change, there are also those that seems to stay the same. While you cannot see the changes in these materials, it does not mean that they do not undergo changes. Everything around us undergoes changes at certain conditions, even those that seemingly do not change. The physical properties of matter. Matter refers to all the objects and materials around us. In studying its different kind, we usually observe and compare it to one material to another. We usually look for characteristics that are not similar in the two objects being described. These characteristics that make matter distinct from one another is called properties. The first property of a matter is the physical properties. The characteristic of a matter that can be readily observed without changing its composition is known as physical property. These are the physical properties of a matter. Number 1. Hardness. Hardness is the ability of a material to be rigid and resist pressure that may cause deformation or change in its shape. Hard materials like metals and wood can be used to construct buildings, bridges, and other infrastructures. Number 2. Brittleness. Not all hard materials are unbreakable, though there are solid materials that when subjected to high stress or pressure, crumble or break easily. This property is known as brittleness. Number 3. Flexibility. Flexibility is the ability of a material to be bent without breaking. Some plastics and metals exhibit flexibility. Flexible objects like thin metal wires and plastic strings can be used for tying or binding objects and things. Number 4. Elasticity. Elasticity is the ability of a material to be stretched and then return to its original shape after. A rubber band is an example of an elastic material. Number 5. Conductivity. Conductivity is the ability of material to allow heat and electricity pass through it. Metals are good conductors of heat and electricity. Number 6. Malleability. Do you know how a bar of gold can be turned into jewelry? Gold can be hammered into flat sheet until the desired shape of jewelry is obtained. This property is called malleability. Silver, iron, and aluminum are examples of malleable materials. Number 7. Ductility. Some metals also exhibit ductility, or the ability to be drawn into thin wires. This is why most of the electrical wirings are made up of metals. And the last, porosity. Some materials such as paper and cloth can absorb liquid well. These materials exhibit porosity. Porous materials have plenty of spaces inside where liquid can be absorbed. You have learned the different properties of matter, and I'm inviting you again for the next video lesson for the chemical properties of matter. And if you are new in my channel, subscribe, share, and comment.